Everybody shut up and action! Let's talk about Marvel's latest show, Ms. Marvel, which is MCU canon, stars Iman Vellani as Ms. Marvel, Kamala Khan herself, and this was actually a pretty good show. I mean, it looked pretty great from the trailer, and it was pretty great. I mean, it does start off great and fall off. The story is basically about a kid, Kamala, living her typical life as a regular Marvel fangirl in Jersey City, and I mean, she's basically every single one of us watching the movie. We're all huge show fans and movie fans, character fans. We all love the series. We all stand it. We all love it. She's basically us. We're basically her, except most of us would probably drive better than her. We don't just back up into every car every single time we drive. But I mean, yeah, we're basically her. For her, her single favorite hero is Captain Marvel. She's a huge not Brie Larson, but I mean, she's a huge Captain Marvel fangirl, and I mean, for me, it's Spider-Man. I would be a huge Spider-Man fanboy, and she follows everything. Like, obviously, she's a huge super fan. Her entire room's covered with Captain Marvel stuff and Avenger stuff. Of course, she's like us. She's like a lot of us, also posting videos on YouTube, TikTok, whatnot about Ms. Marvel, or not Ms. Marvel, about Captain Marvel. Honestly, this is going to be so confusing, switching between Captain Marvel and Ms. Marvel in the future. Anyways, this show was real. It just felt really cool to finally see something like us, like every single person watching the show, finally appear and become a superhero. Like all of us imagined that one day we might wake up with superpowers and be a superhero, and that's what Ms. Marvel basically is. A kid suddenly gains superpowers and is a superhero. And yes, I know people are always complaining about, oh, I'm like the main comic fans. They're like, oh, she should have had stretchy powers. These cosmic powers don't fit her. And I mean, at the beginning, I thought it was kind of cool, all these cosmic sort of powers. They look sick. The CGI for them looks sick. And I mean, it kind of fits with the entire theme of Ms. Marvel, or the Marvels rather, because for starters, we have Captain Marvel. Her powers are literally cosmic type powers. It was derived from the Space Stone. Then there's Photon, Maria Rambeau. Her powers also derived from whatever Wanda did in WandaVision, because she's a mutant. So she has some sort of cosmic powers now, which we have yet to see like fully. And now Ms. Marvel, it would kind of feel weird if they're going with a Ms. Marvel's or Marvel sort of direction, and then it's like two people with cosmic sort of powers, and then suddenly just stretchy powers. So it kind of makes sense that they went with cosmic powers. But by the end of this show, with the knowledge that she originally had stretchy powers, in the back of your mind, like you're like, yeah, stretchy powers would have looked a lot cooler, because by the end of the series, the CGI just felt kind of wonky with Ms. Marvel's powers, and it's like, yeah, I wish she had stretchy powers. So yeah, I'm agreeing with comic fans now. I think stretchy powers would have been the better choice. But yeah, I am still fine with cosmic powers. It looks sick. I mean, this show was pretty great. I mean, we're seeing a brown character gaining powers and dealing with the people who basically have similar powers. I mean, firstly, the show is basically about a kid who gained powers, and now something called the Djinn, they are after her because she is their ticket back to their homeworld, and she carries one bracelet, which is their ticket to the homeworld, and they want that bracelet, or bangle rather, not bracelet. So it's a bangle which they can use to get back to their homeworld, and in the process they could potentially destroy this one, but they don't care. They just want to go home. They're selfish like that, and that's basically the entirety of this show. Kind of basic, but what really drives this show isn't the plot, but rather the character of Ms. Marvel and all the side characters. They are all amazing. Bruno is my favorite, though for some reason Bruno is some absolute genius like Ned, except unlike Ned, somehow this guy doesn't have any parents, which is really sad to hear. But like, and he also runs like a Kmart type of thing, Qmart, whatever it's called, but like, somehow he has the type of technology to fully analyze Kamala to see there's something special going within her. He's able to completely identify her entire DNA. It's like, how can you do that? Like, huh? Isn't the equipment you need for that hella expensive? Like, what? I mean, like, that kind of aspect to this is the kind of thing with Bruno kind of confuses you, but Bruno's still my favorite character regardless. He's freaking amazing. Kamala's driving skills just means no one should be in a car with her. Everything about this show was kind of cool. It was fun to watch. It was funny. It didn't really play too much off brown stereotypes. I mean, if you're brown, you know this. Like, your parents ain't gonna get mad at the teacher. If you mess up at driving, they're gonna get mad at you. And then when they swear, they're not going to utter one swear word, they're going to utter an entire string of them. So yeah, it doesn't play off their brown stereotypes too well, which kind of sucks in my opinion, but at the same time it's great. And overall, it's just a pretty great show. I mean, while Kamala's doing her own thing, of course, we see Damage Control take action because suddenly new powers after everything that's happening with Spider-Man No Way Home, because we're assuming this show takes place after those events. They're kind of looking at heroes and seeing, will there be potential dangers? Maybe the government's trying to look into seeing superheroes that they can train for themselves, so that if something happens like Civil War, they can try to bring other heroes to listen to the government and not be free roaming whatever they do and going on from their own morale rather than whatever the government wants. So yeah, it's kind of difficult to identify what the Damage Control's motive is, whether it's racial undertones or whether it's just they're trying to capture them or actually be good with the kids who have powers, or try to train them or make sure they don't destroy half a city with them. It's kind of difficult to decipher what Damage Control's real objective is there. Some of them feel like they're actually racist, others don't feel like they're racist, but like, and they're more focused on a public image. But it's just still overall a kind of nice show to see. It was pretty cool. It was fun. It was great. The characters were great. I personally really liked this show. It was really fun to watch. Started off great, kind of fell off, and then ended somewhat great. And it does leave you with potential looks for the future. Because firstly, Ms. Marvel is going to return in the Marvels. And I mean, there's this entire identity revealed of the mutants in the MCU sort of thing, which is kind of cool because it means we might see the X-Men in the future and more stuff relating to that, and seeing more mutants in the future and who might be a mutant that we already know. So that entire aspect is cool, a lot to theorize on for sure. And then there's also the entire thing that Ms. Marvel or Ms. Marvel 2 might come, where right now she only has one bangle, which is really ticking me off. I really wish she had two, but there is a second bangle, and we might see Ms. Marvel go after that in a future series. Overall, I think I really like this show. I rate it a solid 72%. I know I liked it. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below on whether you liked it, what you think of it, what do you rate it, what do you think of Kamala Khan, what do you think of this show in general, what do you think of Bruno, what do you think of all the other side characters. And with that, that is all I have for you guys today. Don't forget to drop a like and hit that subscribe button for more movie show and anime related content. I'm VT, the King of TV, and I'll see you guys in the next one.